think they called me 47.
That's not a name.
So make it one.
All right. Agent 47.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 6 of Nub's Hitman Files. In the previous episode, we had visited Bangkok to take care of a murderous musician and his high-powered lawyer. Today, we are headed to Colorado to take out a militia who is planning a violent attempt at either assassination or kidnapping. I can't remember which, but let's go ahead and view the briefing for this one.
Good morning, 47. We have a lead on the Shadow client. ICA White Hats have traced the anonymous data received by our clients to one Olivia Hall, brilliant young hacktivist and suspect in a dozen cases of cyber vandalism. Using onion routing with state-of-the-art encryption, Hall went to a lot of trouble to stay untraceable. She is good, but we are better.
Ooh.
Her digital trail has led us to a remote farm in Colorado, where satellite footage has revealed what appears to be the training camp for a private militia, led by an already registered target, Sean Rose, Australian environmental terrorist and explosives expert wanted for a series of public bombings. Rose was spotted near the scene of Thomas Cross's kidnapping, which makes him our prime suspect for the Shadow client. Spurred by Erich Soders, the ICA Board of Directors has asked us to infiltrate the farm and eliminate Sean Rose, along with 3 other prominent militia members. Ezra Berg, retired Mossad interrogator, Penelope Graves, former Interpol anti-terror analyst, and finally Maya Parvati, former assassin and gunrunner for the Tamil Tigers. I'll be honest with you, 47. I consider Erich Soders' reasoning hasty and ill-advised. Now, we cannot go against the wishes of the board, but we can conduct our own investigation. Whether a direct threat to the ICA or not, we need to know the Shadow client's true agenda. I will leave you to prepare.
I waste no time trying to cast doubt on our mission for this one. So let's go ahead and do the bios for all 4 of our targets. As I mentioned before, this one, I think, as far as identified targets goes, has the most that you have to do in any of the games. Technically, in the 3rd game, you have to kill 5 individuals in the Berlin map, but we will discuss why that's different when we get to that one, if I even remember at that point. But yeah, technically you don't have named targets in that one. That's one where you have to root out the targets and eliminate them. Here, you know right off the bat who each one is, and more importantly, you actually have mission stories to do for each of these characters. But let's go ahead and set up the profiles for each of these individuals. First one, the main target, is Sean Rose. Sean Rose is a radical activist and bomb maker wanted for several accounts of political terrorism. Born in Alice Springs, Rose grew up in a reclusive Marxist collective deep in the Australian outback. The so-called Sons of Solidarity sounds like Sons of Liberty, were founded by a radical economics professor from Melbourne, with Rose's mother being one of his acolytes. Allegedly, Rose did not meet a non-collective member until he was 10 years old, when a team of AFP agents stormed the compound. Sean Rose was placed in childcare and shuffled between foster families. At 16, he fell in love with a Canadian left-wing activist and followed her to Vancouver, where he joined her crowd of radical environmentalists whose ideas and rhetoric felt like home. But Rose had a propensity for violence that alienated him from most mainstream groups. Passionate and single-minded, but otherwise socially functional, he was the perfect recruit for the Pristine Army, an anarcho-primitivist, never seen that one before, terror network committed to fight the spread of civilization and return mankind to its natural state. Over the years, Rose, who had taught himself explosives, masterminded a series of non-lethal public bombings around the world. But in 2008, the bombing of a supposedly vacated government office in Auckland, New Zealand, went wrong and resulted in the tragic deaths of 2 adults and 7 young children. Rose went underground, and soon after, all leaders of the Pristine Army were apprehended. Rose took up freelancing, building bombs for various political and environmental terrorist groups without prejudice. When he spectacularly blew up a Hampson oil rig, a special Interpol task force was established to catch him. The anti-terror analyst in charge of the manhunt was Penelope Graves, who now appears to have inexplicably switched sides and joined forces with Rose. After months off the grid, Rose resurfaced in New York 9 days ago when he was involved in the daring kidnapping and execution of media mogul Thomas Cross during his son Jordan Cross's funeral. Well, that explains how the two are connected there. Tracing Olivia Hall's data drops, we have placed Rose at the Colorado farm where he appears to lead a private militia. His MO doesn't fit that of the Shadow client, but at the moment, he is our prime suspect. Sean Rose is smart and ruthless, but like all fanatics, he is impressionable, an angry idealist yearning for a symbol and a cause. Confident, passionate, and self-righteous, Rose is a natural demagogue who sees the world in black and white and rarely tolerates conflicting views. He does not trust others easily, and he has very few confidants, including his girlfriend, freelance assassin Alma Reynard, who we will learn about in a future episode. On a different note, Rose suffers from acute OCD and obsesses about bacteria and cleanliness. He is extremely meticulous and focuses on symmetry and timekeeping. He usually keeps his disorder under control, but stress has been known to invoke anxiety attacks. This could prove to be his Achilles heel. We're not actually going to follow that one. It's fun, but it also revolves around you setting up a lot of different things, and I think I just want to get rid of them as soon as possible. We got 4 targets to kill, so we don't want to waste a ton of time on this episode. Next, we got to look at Penelope Graves. A former Interpol anti-terror analyst, Penelope Graves is the Colorado Militia's new strategic advisor. With an IQ in the upper 190s, Penelope was always an outsider meant for great things. She could speak fluently at the age of 6 months and studied college-level physics at the age of 5. However, she gravitated toward logics, game theory, and criminal psychology. After graduating from Cambridge, she became a criminal profile with the Metropolitan Police Service and later transferred to Interpol, where she rose to become one of their most prolific anti-terror analysts. Here, she briefly led the international manhunt against Sean Rose, the terrorist whose network she inexplicably now appears to have joined. Our sources at Interpol deny that Graves should be involved in any sort of sting operation. However, according to rumors, Graves recently discovered evidence about systematic corruption and power abuse at the highest levels of the UN, only to be shut down by her superiors. Graves was allegedly disillusioned by the incident. A highly analytical thinker, she cares deeply about order and can't tolerate a broken system. This may very well be when she switched sides, but how she got in contact with Rose or what shared cause or agenda might justify her betrayal is as yet unknown. According to Graves' own psychological profile, she's not only exceptionally intelligent, but also deeply empathetic. She nevertheless shows a distinct moral fluidity, making her able to make choices in the service of the greater good that normal people would shy away from. When confronted with the classic trolley problem, Graves would push the fat man onto the tracks without hesitation. Oh, I hate the fat shaming. Screw you, game. Graves could have been a formidable asset to ICA. Alas, she has joined a ruthless terrorist organization, and a contract is a contract. Alright, let's take a look at the creepy guy known as Ezra Berg. There's a reason for that weird face. Ezra Berg is a retired Mossad agent specializing in chemical interrogation techniques. Interrogation techniques, I can still speak. The son of an Israeli architect, Berg had a privileged upbringing in suburban Tel Aviv. However, during the inspecting of a West Bank housing project, Berg's entire family was taken hostage by Hezbollah and held for ransom. Eventually rescued by Israeli troops, young Berg had nevertheless come to sympathize with the plight of his captors. He was still committed to the safety of his nation, but he came to resent his government's harsh and inhumane treatment of a vastly inferior enemy. Berg studied chemistry and took a particular interest in psychoactive medication. He eventually became an intelligence operative for Mossad, specializing in chemical interrogations, where he earned a reputation for being clean, efficient, reliable, and able to make anyone crack. His methods were hardly ethical, but nevertheless nonviolent, and Berg considered his services a lesser evil. Scroll down. Slowly, however, he began expanding his repertoire, dabbling in drug-induced hypnosis, memory wipes, and subliminal mind control. This became too controversial for the Mossad leaders, who forced Berg into an early retirement. In 2015, he sold his property to Tel Aviv to allegedly travel the world. He has not been seen since. A polite and soft-spoken gentleman, Berg considers himself a humanitarian who performs necessary duties with the least amount of cruelty and indignity. He is nevertheless willing and able to inflict intense psychological terror and can be recognized by his trademark featureless silicone mask, which he uses to unnerve and terrify his sedated subjects. And that's why his face looks weird. All right, a lot of talking. One more individual to speak about, Maya Parvati. A former assassin for the Tamil Tigers, Maya Parvati acts as the Colorado Militia's training instructor. Born into war, Parvati's father was one of the leaders of the Tamil Tigers. She grew up a nomad and fugitive raised by soldiers and mercenaries. As a teenager, Parvati became a prolific assassin specializing in tracking, silent infiltration, and knife combat. When the Tamil Tigers disbanded in 2009, Parvati fled Sri Lanka and took up work as a freelance pirate in the South China Sea. During this time, she partnered with the Maelstrom, another individual we'll hear about in the future, the mysterious pirate boss behind the 2014 hijacking of the Francis King, a TI-class supertanker. At least one witness places Parvati at the scene during the hostage crisis and subsequent firefight, which claimed the life of 19 pirates, 8 Chinese soldiers, and 25 innocent sailors. 18 months ago, Maya Parvati allegedly lost an arm to a grenade blast during an attack on a Hamson oil freighter, after which the Maelstrom unceremoniously cast her aside. Parvati dropped off the face of the earth. How she got in contact with Sean Rose and his network, or why she chose to join his cause, is as yet unknown. Maya Parvati is a warrior deprived of her function. She is strong, commanding, and observant, with a blunt and direct demeanor. She might not be able to wield a knife like she used to, but she could still prove to be a formidable foe. They say that, but every time you encounter a target in these games, if they spot you and you attempt to attack them, they just cower and run away, and she is no different. Alright, so what we need to do is, I'm not going to use a tranquilizer gun. Oh, back up. Stop it. Go up. There we go. Keep the coins, keep the lockpick. I don't think there's any keyed entry that requires a card. There's not a ton of stuff that we need that we can't find already in the map for this one. So I don't think we'll need anything else. As far as mission stories, the secondary targets all have exactly one that we can do. Point Man, The Audition, and Tongue-Tied. Sean Rose has 3 mission stories that you can do. The one that we're going to do today is Doomsday Watch. So we have everything we need. Let's go ahead and get started. And again, because of the length of time it's probably going to take to finish this one, we probably won't do the Silent Assassin suit only attempt. Partly because of the length of time it's going to take. The other part is I haven't really found a good way to finish the final part, which is getting Sean Rose's face into the basement.
The militia has taken up HQ at an old apricot farm and appear to be training for a series of coordinated strikes, ranging from cyber attacks to full-blown guerrilla warfare. The Shadow Client appears to unite specialists and radicals from all over the map. Mercenaries and terrorists, hackers and spies joined by an unknown common cause. Satellite scans indicate that the command room is below ground inside an old tornado shelter. Only Rose appears to have access, however, so to get inside, you will need to get creative.
And that's why we won't be doing Silent Assassin suit only. That's very difficult to do.
So tread carefully. Good luck, 47.
If I find a refined way to do that, we may take another attempt at like a bonus video, but for the time being, let's focus on doing the prime attempt at this, which is just doing the mission stories, which always tend to be more interesting.
The freak in the mask. What the hell are you talking about?
All right, there we go.
Berg, legendary Mossad operative who specializes in chemical interrogation techniques, is here at the compound to interrogate a prisoner. My notes indicate he's set up a makeshift drug lab in a garage, and it looks like he's spending a lot of his time in the basement. Could be an opportunity there, 47.
There will be, but that's probably going to be the later ones that we do. Probably the first one we want to do is between Point Man and the Addition. One of those two. Still haven't figured out why there's a small house here.
Listen up.
That's our primary target right there, Sean Rose.
Highly volatile compound here. Nitroglycerin, or 1,2,3-trichloropropane, is a pretty unstable.
Oh, I thought that was something I could use. Put it down.
It will take your arms clean off. Luckily for you, the batch we have at the munitions depot is chemically desensitized. And without it, still, I need you to be careful. Add a little at a time. Or go to the munitions depot.
There we go. So, we're going to take this, which is important to the mission story we are going to do for Sean Rose.
Fascinating. According to the blueprint, Sean Rose is building an explosive battery unit for a Link 4 smartwatch. The charge appears to be email-triggered. The unassuming target checks his messages, the virus triggers the charge, and boom. Very clever, not to mention devious. The resident hackers have installed the software trigger on one of their phones, and here is the punchline. Rose himself wears a Link 4.
Uh-oh. Alright, I need something to draw their attention. I got some coins here. What the? Oh, I thought I had something to hit him with. Probably should have kept that shovel. Perfect. You're a moron. Down he goes. Let's go ahead and put on his outfit. Alright. Drag him to the box. Oh, come on! Take two. money. Nice. Don't you dare get up, idiot. Don't get up. Alright, I don't know what happened the first time. He's getting up! Oh, get you, son of a bitch!
Strange.
Take the gun and get out. What are you doing? What is this? Alright, good. He's distracted by the gun. You're such a dick, dude. I've played this game dozens of times. You have never come in here. You got what you deserved. In fact, I'm not worried about whether or not I get Silent Assassin. I'm breaking your neck for punishment. Try to ruin my run. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the guns. And the penny. Alright, so what we want to do first is either Point Man or the Audition. Let's see which one. Steal the Interpol badge. So it depends on what I gotta do to get that. Oh, as I recall, there's somebody who's actually on site that is Interpol in disguise, and we need to take his badge from him so that we can take over as him. So there's Penelope right now. And the person we want to take down went this way. There he is. So we just need to get him isolated. Easier said than done.
So you're all set for the sting?
Sure. Got a badge in my pocket, prep my lines, shouldn't be a problem. Almost game time.
You think you can hook her?
Graves is new. She comes by every 2 seconds to check on her work. She's paranoid enough to bite.
So Rose basically wants you to pretend you're with Interpol, get her to come with you, and then what?
I'm supposed to lure her to the slurry pit and tell her to roll over on Rose and the rest of us. Try to get her to turn on us. Be interesting to see how she reacts. Is she going to ask the guys there to shoot me, or will she give up everything?
Yeah, it's a big decision. What if she takes the bait?
Well, then Rose is going to find her and kick her ass, I imagine.
And then I'll box her ears, I will.
Nah, it's not helping.
So, let's do something to get their attention.
What?
I don't know, weird. I think you should come investigate. Let him turn the power on. And
you're off.
And you're off. Turn on the generator so the other guy doesn't notice that we just knocked out his buddy. Drag him back this way because there's a box right there. And hide the evidence. Alright. We're going to go ahead and switch into his outfit. Take the badge that he dropped right here. And I don't think it's going to matter, but we'll take his gun and leave the other one here. Oh, there it is. All right, put it down. Now let's go ahead and move her mission along. We might have to wait for her to come outside. That's not a big deal. I believe only elite guards can actually go into the house. Yeah. See, he's telling us we can't enter. Not a big deal. We can wait. Turns out her and, I believe, Ezra and Sean Rose all go into that building at some point. And that may mean she's not there. It may mean she's somewhere else. But I'm seeing all 3 flags there. Alright, so where's the 3rd one? There's Ezra. Oh, they're there. They're inside meeting right now. Alright, we'll give them a second. In the meantime, we can certainly check out the point man one.
Maintain order.
What that'll require is us to take down one guy who's got a face mask, and he is in a building all the way down here, and usually it's not too difficult to get the timing right, because he goes in the bathroom by himself. You just choke him out, put his body inside the cabinet inside, and you can take his outfit without much trouble. Oh, excuse me, he doesn't go in the bathroom. He goes right next to the bathroom. And I just got in that box.
I need you to stop doing that. Those places are not for human beings.
But I thought I was a jacket. I'm a jacket. That didn't go as I planned. It's all right. Well, we got what we need right here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get him. No, it's not going to work. Do it like this. Pennies are becoming sentient.
Affirmativo.
Affirmativo. He said the word affirmativo. Alright, dummy, you're going down. Now this is where things are going to get a little bit tricky. I gotta take him out and then put him in the box while that guard is looking away. If we can't do it right now, he's gonna see it. And in fact, we may want to just go ahead and do it right now. Go after him. See if we can get him down. Quick, quiet. Sounded like he was trying to say something, but he couldn't get it out. Alright, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Throw him in the box. So now we have the outfit we need to finish the second objective. Well, let's go ahead and throw his body in while the guards are looking away. That's not going to happen yet. Alright, come on, guys. And Penelope's walking right to us, too. Shoot. Alright, well, we should be good after they pass. Alright, here we go. Ready?
I appreciate your dedication, but please can you just let me have some alone time? I've got to focus and
Dump. Got it. So now we have our point man set up to take the outfit as soon as we want to. Let me go ahead and get
Penelope Graves,
this one done.
acclaimed anti-terror analyst. Strange to see her as part of this crowd.
the new analyst.
Penelope Graves, we need to talk.
I got tons of respect for you guys.
What is this?
I'll explain everything at the slurry pit. It will be in your best interest to do as I say.
I understand. I'll see you there.
All right. We got that set in motion. I'm going to switch back to it. The audition. Let's just go ahead and head over to the slurry pit. I think we can go this way. It's not trespassing, is it? This is just where the mess is. Shouldn't have a problem walking through the area where everyone goes to eat.
The grunts are here.
So I just found out that Pravati was a criminal.
Unless you are one of the elite soldiers, everyone looks down on you here. Alright, now just wait for her to come. She'll have 2 escorts, but they will turn away once we start our interrogation, and then we'll have our chance to kill her.
Miss Graves, you are being recruited back into Interpol as an insider.
What? Who are you anyway? How did you find me?
That is not important. Think about this carefully. You can provide us with valuable intel. If you cooperate, the agency will overlook your unfortunate transgression.
And what if I refuse, huh? If I scream and get the guards here?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Might prove unhealthy. I'll give you a few moments to think about it.
Good work, 47. This should give her something to think about.
So, look, it's nice of Rose to think of my safety and everything, but I need to do something on my own here, so just come back in a few, all right?
Okie doke. Boy, that spider web is prominent. All right, let me move. Wait for her to take her post and make sure the guards aren't looking.
Think, Graves. How did they get to you?
Gotta wait until that guy turns
Flight
away or he
detective
will
Lion
see
under
this.
assumed name. Passport provided through Delgado and that Vanisher guy.
Come on, idiot. Put your beer down and go for a walk.
Changed clothes at JFK and again at Denver International. Charred the
There he
passport
goes.
after leaving the hotel.
Now, Penelope,
Graves is
I know
down.
you just got flipped back to Interpol, but that's no excuse for you to slag off. All right. Next, we want to do Maya, which will require the point man outfit, which we already acquired. All we got to do is go secure it from that little side building. I don't know what to call it. The Fruit King stand, because there's a sign above it that says Fruit King. There we go. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, I think, because... Nope, they can't see. Okay, perfect. So let's grab Point Man. Thankfully, none of the guards, as far as I know, can tell the difference between what weapons you're supposed to have. So we'll take the shotgun with us. Not really that important. The important part is we're in disguise, so no one can tell who we are. With our face covered, we'll basically pass through every area except for the ones where the elite soldiers are posted. Gentlemen.
Oh, you were at Jordan Cross's funeral, huh?
It was a thing of beauty.
All right, there's Maya.
I'm back.
Well, well, our very own punching bag. Any broken bones?
Wounded pride, that's all.
Good to hear. All right, head over to the briefing area. We'll resume in a moment.
All right, so let's go ahead and set up what exactly is
Maya
happening.
Parvati, Sri Lankan assassin turned pirate turned insurgent.
Okay. This is the mission story for Point Man. So, there's been a training accident. Well, misery loves company. A battering ram has injured one of the strike team. Point Man by the name of Burgess. And according to those militiamen, Maya Parvati likes to oversee training. Sounds promising. I suggest you infiltrate the strike team, 47. Perhaps you can relieve the hapless Point Man of his duties. So what they're doing is they're training for a kidnapping or
Rose.
a hit. I'm
Provide.
not sure.
The point man is back in action. That's your prerogative. Fine, we'll be waiting.
We don't need to do that. Let's just post up in the seat.
All right, people, let's get to it. Burgess is back. We're finally ready to make this happen. I expect you all to know this by heart. But in case amnesia has set in, here's the sequence. Advance to the car with haste. Eliminate the passengers. Retrieve the briefcase. Extract. Got that? And remember, speed and accuracy is the name of the game. All right. Now go pick up your weapons and get in position. Move out.
Okie doke. Grab some ammo. Click, click, click. Take the crowbar. You never know, might need it.
Body, please proceed. Pretend I'm not here.
Not a problem.
I'm doing it. What do you want? Okay. Oh, I forgot all about this. We're going to be able to take both of them out. Or maybe just one.
That's just not good enough.
Oh, sorry.
Speed, accuracy. This needs to improve.
Parvati won't know what hit her.
I don't know what happened.
Parvati is down. Good work.
That was a quote-unquote accident that people saw me do. It's all right. Should not break Sean Rose from his path. It spooked him, but he'll go right back to what he normally does in a couple seconds. Even if it doesn't, the good news is his hidey hole is actually back here in the mansion, so we can always take him out back here. All right, third target. We can choose between Ezra and Sean Rose. It doesn't matter which one we do necessarily first. Might be easier to do the Doomsday Watch since it's upstairs. We do need to find the battery for it. It's inside, right? Yeah, it is. It's inside. First things first, we're not getting inside that building without an elite soldier disguise. And look at that. We just got to make sure we do it when no one's looking. You want to go somewhere else, guy? I need you to piss off. Just do it. Yep, they didn't see. Cool. Moving on. With that outfit, we can now enter the grounds here without anyone having anything to say about it.
Everyone's got their own reason to be here. Money, excitement, revenge, idealism. Graves is an analyst.
Main issue there is the camera. Should be able to just hop over the rail. No one will say anything about it. And provided camera's not pointed this way, just walk right in. Now here's where things get a little bit tricky. There is a couple of people who know who we are. Since we're here and the recording system is so close, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to get the recording equipment turned off, then go upstairs and execute our plan. Sean Rose is here, so that may not go as we would like immediately. We might need to wait a little bit for him to go back to whatever he's doing outside. I need you to go outside. Alright, save. Well, no, don't save. Just do it. Just do it. Just gonna come investigate. He's not coming to investigate. Someone completely different is coming to investigate. Well, that's lame. I thought it was going to be that guy. It was a completely different soldier. Oh, man. Oh, it was the hacker upstairs. Duh. I gotta turn on the vacuum cleaner to get this guy. And actually, There's something I never actually do when I take out the recording system, which is I can just pop it with a handgun, and that usually takes it down. So what we may do is, alright, fine, if you didn't want to deal with it, you don't have to deal with it, but he is going to check this. Oh, wait, what are you doing? Oh, crap, I forgot he knows I'm not really there. I don't care about his annoyance. What I care about is the fact that he keeps interrupting my duty. Go find out what that is, Dippy. There we go. No! Someone saw it! So there's someone up here who I think can see that we're not supposed to be here. That guy right there. The battery is upstairs, I think. And there's someone in his bedroom that will also see us. We gotta time this so that he doesn't turn around before we get what we need. Alright, we should be good. Get over here. There's the battery. Now we just gotta find the watch. Oh, we gotta get the phone from the hacker first. Might have missed our cycle. The phone is right here. But we can't take it while he's looking at it. Now we can. Now we can't! Oh, one of them saw me. Come up here, grab the battery. Get the battery. Let's get the phone. Weird. You should go check it out.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around?
Got it. Now, here's what we need to do. He's going to go into the bathroom at some point. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Another one.
All right.
Oh, do tell. Okay, so
Come
you
on,
know
me.
how Rose keeps his desk tidy like a Japanese garden?
When he goes into his bathroom, we're going to sneak out here and put the battery in his watch. Well, in the meantime, we can certainly go down to the basement and begin the next mission, which is tongue-tied. So we're already in the house. We can just go down to the basement as we please. I think I have the key. If I don't have the key, I can certainly pick the lock. Although that may draw some attention. Let's do it anyway. Of course someone turned to me!
You're gonna get in trouble.
Some would say I should learn from my mistakes, but I'm an idiot. I'll keep doing it the same way until I get it to work the way I want it to. Alright, well, there's a couple other things we can do if Sean Rose isn't going to do what we want him to do. We can go upstairs and get the mask that we need to 3D print. Because we're not going to do Sean Rose's stuff right now. We're going to wait.
Okay, so you know how Rose keeps his desk.
Someone's going to freak out when we do this. Oh, hopefully they're... Nope, one of them's coming this way. I don't know what's going on there.
Come on, give me a break.
Weird.
Nothing here. Get back to whatever you were doing.
Alrighty.
I was just checking out all these sweet military crates, dude. Yep, go back to what you were doing. Bye-bye.
Okay, so you know how Rose keeps his desk.
Alright, so now we have a 3D printed mask of Sean Rose's face, which we will need to escape the map as part of the story mission. So we have that. We'll go downstairs, figure out where Ezra went. He is down in the basement. Oh! Let's go ahead and trigger his mission. Find a key to the basement. Whee! I live by my own rules. So they want you to take out a guy over there who has the key. But I have a lockpick. I really don't need to. What I really needed was for Ezra to get out of the basement so that we can go
Ezra Berg,
trigger
former
his
Mossad
mission story.
interrogator. His services are in demand at the moment.
But also we want to take care of that camera so it doesn't catch us going into the basement. What?
Hey, soldier!
Don't know what's going on, sorry. See ya.
Hold it right there.
I can't. Sorry, I got a meeting on the other side of the property. Goodbye.
Greetings, sir.
What up? This game is testing my patience. Look at this! I can't do this! I hate all of you. I hate every last one of you. Hey, I heard there was a guy running around all suspicious like over there. You should go check it out. Alright, make sure no one's looking. Alright, go. We should be good to go here. And one of those guys is going to come back down to the basement. Why is that guy posing? I think the other guy's going to come down too. No, he didn't. Alright, whatever. Let's go and choke this guy out. Drag his body over to the box over in the corner here. Hopefully the idiot who's just pacing back and forth doesn't come down here and interfere. Check him. I don't know why this one plagues me, but every time I run this particular mission, I always have problems. Alright, Berg will come down and find out what's going on. We'll take care of him at that point in time.
Unconscious.
Well done, 47. With any luck, the perfectionist Ezra Berg will want to examine his notes closely to figure out what happened.
Yeah, but I could just kill him. There you go.
Oh, what the fuck?
What? Why are you not dead? I shot you in the neck! This game is going so terrible! Fall like a normal gun. Stop trying to stand on your barrel.
Unconscious.
Well done, 47. With any luck, the perfectionist Ezra Berg will want to examine his notes closely to figure
I shot you in the skull with a bullet! How are you not dead?
Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
I don't know what to do anymore. I'm gonna break his neck. I'm getting so tired of this. Watch his neck go in a complete 360 and then him turn around and say, I saw you! See you shrug this off, asshole.
Well done, 47. With any luck, the perfectionist Ezra Berg will want to examine his notes closely to figure out what happened. Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
Alright, I don't think there's any way to un-overdose this guy, so if he dies, whatever. The important part is I really, really, really need Sean Rose to come back and finish his routine where he goes up to the attic or his bedroom and takes off his watch. No nonsense, no walking in circles. Just please come upstairs so I can kill you. And because things have been going so wretched, I'm going to go ahead and knock his guard out and put his body in the box around the corner here so that he can't scotch this like everyone else seems to be able to do. Come on. Rosie boy, I need you to come upstairs. There he goes. Nope, don't you dare go out. Come back. Up here. What the? Where the hell did that guy come from? Everything that has possibly ever been capable of going wrong in this mission has gone wrong in this mission. I'm stunned. I've never seen things go this terrible. I half expect him to walk in here, see me, and then immediately run for help. I better save. Stop staring at your desk. It's a very nice desk, but you need to go wash your hands, dirty boy. There you go. Alright, watch is off. Sorry, sir, just fluffing your pillow.
Touched it. Doorknob.
Alright. Mission accomplished. Can't go in the bathroom, we'll just have to wait here patiently. Once he's done washing his hands, gets outside of the building, we'll wait till he goes out into the street somewhere where, in theory, he won't blow up and take anyone else out. Put it back on. Go for a stroll. Sorry, sir, just checking the headboard. I saw a scratch. Alright, we should be able to go out of the bathroom now. And provided we do this fast enough. Yep, we're good. Get down the stairs. Alright. So we can just go down to the basement. We won't even wait for him to go outside. I think we can do it while he's walking around his bedroom. Grab the hacker's phone. We have to call him. Or send an email, I guess. He'll check it.
Email. Boom.
And he's dead. While we're down here,
Sean Rose
use his 3D printed face to get into the tornado shelter. And mission's basically over.
Thickens.
Someone left in a hurry.
Sean Rose was not the Shadow client. That much is clear. Whoever commands the militia, they got out just in time. Look around, 47. We're getting closer.
I think they want me to go look at the big wall of string theory nonsense.
Some kind of network. Power players. From all sectors.
Familiar faces, too. Thomas Cross. Klaus Strandberg. Ether. And that's missing banker Eugene Cobb. Well, well.
There's a name. Providence.
What? No. No, it can't be.
The Hidden Hand. Thought they were a myth.
hypothesis, nothing more. The idea that a small cabal of kingmakers, controlling enough corporate and political leaders, could effectively run the world in secret.
Maybe not so hypothetical.
Keep looking, 47. We need full disclosure.
Alright, well, let's look at this world map.
Someone's done their homework.
Look how far it dates back. Hayamoto, Beldingford, Delvade. The Shadow Client has been tracking you for decades.
Now, how is that possible?
It is.
He was alive during
Every
World
one
War
of those
I?
missions were branded as unsolved or accidents. He must have been looking for a pattern, a certain MO, which would mean...
He knows me.
Well, at least this shortens the list.
Ooh, now let's go check the computer.
Found something.
Soders. But that would mean... Providence has infiltrated ICA, and Erich Soders is their operative. Bastard! It all fits. He was the one who persuaded the rest of the ICA board to greenlight this operation. This changes everything. Get out, 47. We got what we came for.
What about the Shadow Client?
He is no longer our primary concern. ICA has been compromised. I always wondered if Providence was real, but I never actually... I will need to confer with the board, but mark my words, 47. This will have consequences.
Dun dun dun. Let's go ahead and exit. So Erich Soders, who was the gentleman that helped authorize us for work as an ICA agent, turns out has flipped. He's working for an evil shadow organization that's trying to eliminate basically any ties back to his involvement. And we're on to him now, so... Bad score. Way too sloppy. That was a bad run. That did not go as planned. I promise Hokkaido will go better. Let's go ahead and watch the cinematic. By the way, if it wasn't clear, this gentleman is the Shadow Client.
It was me, wasn't it? They tracked me. I don't believe it. I took every precaution.
Rose knew the risks. They all do. You did well, Olivia. I am proud of you. Now listen. The ICA knows about you. They kept you alive because they needed you, and now they don't. We won't talk again. Not until the storm is over.
I don't like it. This man, you know what he's capable of. You need to end this now.
I ran away as a boy. My friend and I. Away from that place. We came upon a small farming community. The people were dirt poor, but this woman, she took us in. We were awakened the next morning by the shots. A dozen people lay face down in the snow. Our warden didn't like to leave witnesses. They shot the woman and her family last. They made sure that we watched the whole thing. This is your gift, the warden told us. Your gift and your curse. Touching lives only by ending them.
You know him.
Better than anyone.
Ooh. Intrigue upon intrigue. All right. Well, that was an incredibly sloppy mission, but it was a mission that we accomplished nonetheless. So in the next episode, we are headed to Hokkaido, where Erich Soders has gone for a procedure, and we are going to try to interrupt that operation. But we'll leave that for the next episode. That's going to do it for episode 6 of Nub's Hitman Files. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.